Right, here we go. The James Whale Show is on the road tonight, here at the reopening of the world-famous Embassy Club, run by Bernard Manning. And inside at the moment on stage is Mick Miller. And if they'll let us in for nothing, because none of this lot have got any money, we'll enjoy the show with you.
I was watching James' show 2 weeks ago. You know when he had the snakes on? Linda Nolan with the snakes. And Jim Bowen about flying. He's more nervous when he gets an audience, Jim. But... smashing, super. Come and have a look at what you nearly won. This young lad went into a chemist. He said, "A packet of condoms, please." She said, "Large or small?" He said, "Large." She gave him a box of 1,000. We're going to do a few impressions for you now. First one is from that fabulous film, Carrie Doesn't Live Here Anymore. Carrie! I got here in record time from Blackpool tonight in 7 hours. In my new Larder Turbo. Gear. I stopped at the services. I said, "Windscreen might be for a Larder." The fellow went, "It's a deal." I was very embarrassed last week. I went swimming and I dived in this swimming pool. And my trunks come off. And my bum come to the top of the water. A woman said he split his head open. And look at the size of his nose. There was a fella outside, and he's got this dog, and it jumped up on my leg and started all the business. I said, "Get off, you dirty dog." And it went, I said, "Well, hurry up then." Can you imagine a fellow on the radio doing the Noddy programme for kids? And he hates kids. And he's been doing this for 20 years, every Monday morning on the radio, the Noddy programme for kids. He hates kids, and he's an alcoholic. Don't forget it's on the radio, and I think it sounds something like this. Morning, kids. It's a Noddy show. Are you all listening to your radios? What does Noddy do today? He wakes up, doesn't he? And he goes in the bathroom for a wash. Can you hear Noddy? Filling the sink with water. Noddy's got a big sink, hasn't he? Then he goes downstairs for his breakfast. There's a milkman. Pours himself a cup of tea. Bought himself some breakfast. A runny egg. Then he got in his car. And he's going on his holidays. To Scotty Botland. And he met a Scottish Red Indian. Hawk either do. And he met a Scouse Red Indian. Hang on a mo. And he's driving along and his car stopped. Noddy said, "Oh, my car won't go." Phone the AA man. He said, "What's wrong, eh? Hey?" He found there was no water in the radiator. No water in the washing wops. No water in the headlamps. Then he got up to Big Ear's house. Opened the door and he said, "Big Ears, I bloody hate you. He said, I'm Noddy. I'm the prat with the bell on me hat. He said, I'm sick of you. Going down Toy Town Arms to get drunk. Walked in Toy Town Arms, they're all there, Bill and Ben. Bill says, splash, 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 Noddy. Noddy said, go home, you're pissed. There's a beautiful song, hope you like it, and it goes something like this.
Well, it was a mess, Bernard, wasn't it, eh? What a mess!
That was a tragedy in my life, James.
Yeah.
All the roof's gone, all the rooms absolutely ruined, that piano.
Oh,
it's a Bluthner, and it cost about £2.5 that.
Yeah.
Beautiful piano.
Yeah, well, listen, sit down. I mean, I've come to help make it right for you, but as you know... Oh,
I hope you do, Jim. That wasn't bad what you did before. Very nice. You've got a great future in this game.
I'm just... what do you think? I mean, you've seen the show. How's it going? Do you think I'll make a good club turn or not?
I should think you would.
Yeah?
Dressed like that, yeah.
Yeah? You think I've got the business?
You were in the wrong club when you walked in.
They told me to dress up like this, Bernard. I'm beginning to think I was perhaps a bit... You know, I thought you'd be dressed up and...
No, well, I went for a suit the other day and I said to the tailor, have you got a suit off the peg to fit me? He said, if I have, I'll sack my cutter, he said. That's how I go. I go to the Army and Navy stores for my gear. But there's a great atmosphere in the club, you see. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Enjoy yourself.
Yeah. Can I?
Yes.
Yeah,
You
and that
really
daughter of
enjoy
yours you
yourself,
introduced me to earlier, and...
That was a good friend. She was very, very nice.
Yeah.
Very nice. Too good for you, I think, man.
Yeah. Well, give me a few tips, so, you know... They can all go in a moment. They all want to get a drink.
Shardy tomorrow.
That's a good one, is it? I've got to tell you, the last tip you gave me on the programme...
Yes, I know. A lot of complaints about that.
Yeah, I got a lot of trouble out of that. It was fourth, yeah.
Well, I'll say this. There's a lot of worse turns than you.
Thanks, Bernard.
But they want some finding.
Oh, right.
James,
I came here.
just keep on doing it. It's only experience that does it. If you keep on going, you never stuck for a word, are you? Never stuck for a word.
No.
Especially at Manchester City Social Club that night, you never stuck for a word there. There's plenty of words you use that night, I know. All in my vocabulary. Most of the words I know.
I'll get up there anyway and do a turn and you see what you think. All right?
I think you'll do very well.
Do you think so?
I think you'll do very well.
All right. And I can pinch those gags off you?
You can have anything you like, my friend.
All right, I'll go and try.
It's always a pleasure to see you, James.
I'll see you in a bit.
L4 of rain.
Okay, all right. Shh. Now, we're getting to the time in the evening, I know, ladies and gentlemen, you have all been waiting for. And I don't actually think on British television this man has ever been able to perform in the way that you're going to see. Oh, for God's sake. What?
Can I do my song?
No. Shut up. You'd like to hear her sing, wouldn't you? Yeah, you'd love to hear her sing, wouldn't you? Yeah. Piss off. Go away. Right, ladies and gentlemen, the bit you've all been waiting for. The man who has brought to comedy a certain sort of panache, a certain kind of style. A man who has class all of his own. Ladies and gentlemen, the incredible Bernard Manning!
See, you make the place nice and still them coloured people don't come in. You cannot stop us laughing. Two cowboys riding across the range once said there's an Indian following us, you know. I said, I can't see him. He said, I can see him. He said, I've got good eyesight. He's about 30 miles away. He's about that big. He said. 2 hours later, he said, that Indian's still there. He said, how big is he now? He said, he's about that big now. Put in here for a drink. Get in this canteen and stood at the bar there. He said, that f***ing Indian stood right behind us. He said, what does he look like? He said, about 6'8". He said, what a nasty looking bastard, he said. He said, shoot the He said, I can't do that. I've known him since he was that big. They won't let you tell these on the television. You've got to come out for a good laugh, haven't you? Why there's a chicken cross the road? Who gives a f*** why a chicken cross the road? That's why did the pervert cross the road now? He couldn't get his out of the chicken. I love to tell these on Stars on Sunday. They won't let you. They won't let you. Got this fella off death row. The warder says we've got good news and bad news. He said, what's the bad news? He said, we'll electrocute you tomorrow. Oh, no, he said, what's the good news? He says, Boeing have done the wiring on the chair. And this fella walked on the ice, clobbered up, cut a big hole in the ice, got a worm on the end of the stick there. And a voice said, you catch an old fish there, Paddy? He said, is that you, God? He said, no, the ice rink manager. A fella all over the road with his car, the copper pulled him up. He said, have you had a drink? He said, I've had 4 pints. He said, bitter. 6 pints a mile, 4 vodkas, 3 whiskies. He said, I'll have to breathalyse you. He said, why don't you believe me? That Colonel Gaddafi phoned me, he said, sorry Bernard, wrong embassy. But everything's looking nice now, you see now, and everything's lovely. You know what my ambition is? To go live on the Antique Roadshow. Say to some old woman, you know that's worth? God. That'll live on Sunday night, wouldn't it? Fellow went to the doctor, he said, I can't stop scratching, doctor. He said, drop your kicks. He says, you've got crabs. He said, what's them? He said, they're very itchy. He said, I know that. He says, can you do it for us? On your way home, get a pound of caster sugar and rub it well in. He said, will it cure them? He says, no. He said, it rots the teeth. You'll get a good night's sleep. Well, the fellow watching, he said, I feel awful, doctor. He says, I'll give you a thorough examination. He says, you've got VD. He said, well, I must have got a lavatory seat. He said, well, you must have chewed it. It's in your gums. You know why men were put on this earth, young man? Because vibrators can't mow lawns.
Marvellous it is to see you again. What a coincidence.
What a surprise, Linda. I didn't even know you were going to be here.
Well, I tell you what, Mick Miller is an old mate of ours, actually.
Yes.
My husband's known him for years and years.
Yeah.
So we thought we'd come down here tonight and give him moral support. I've never actually been to the embassy before or seen Bernard's full act, and I'm having a brilliant time.
I thought you were going to say I'm having a ball. But never mind, no.
Possibly later.
Yes?
Yes.
Good.
But it's all been made a lot more enjoyable by the fact that you were here.
It has, hasn't it? You carry on talking, I'll just sip your drink. You go on.
I tell you what, I must like you a lot to let you sip my drink.
I used to have pictures of the Nolan sisters over my bed.
Well, I've got some pictures you could have.
Have you?
Yes.
Go and do something else, you lot. I'm going to stay here for a minute. Go on, we're off.
Really, well, it's so lovely to see you, James. Honestly, and you look so well.
I don't know, Bernard. I don't know how you get away with that.
Well, I tell it as it is, James.
Yeah.
If you drop a hammer on your foot at work, you don't say, oh dear, dear.
What do you say?
Well, you come out with it, don't you?
Yeah.
But the punters that pay to see me know what it's all about before they come. I mean, you've got... They know when they come to see me, they're not going to get the Archbishop of Canterbury.
We had a guy out there with a little machine going beep, beep, beep. He's had a heart attack. He's had a heart attack out there. What? Does anybody ever get... I mean, sometimes people get upset with the way I behave. Does anybody ever come up and have a go at you? There's one guy down there who's a little upset.
Well, as long as they realise when you go on your radio show and your television show and it's full network, you wouldn't got on as far as you have done. That's been successfully has been if people don't like you. There's always going to be a certain amount of people that don't like you. And you don't have to worry about them. You've got to satisfy the masses.
Okay, haha, that fooled you. You thought it was live. We did that last night at Bernard's Club. Now, listen, I'll tell you what, if you want to ring... I mean, did you enjoy that? That was alternative comedy at its very best. And you can ring me and tell me what you think about it at this number. Where's the number? Put the number up. There we are. Leeds, 46 1000. 0532 is the code. You must remember the code, because a lot of people last week forgot the code. Remember the code. And you can fax us as well if you want to fax us. The fax number is going to come up on the... Do free now, there it is, that's it. And we've had a few faxes already, and this comes from Satellite Command and Rumour Control offshore in the North Sea. So the guys working on the rig at the moment, their satellite TV's broken down, and they want to know if anybody could actually help them get it set up. I don't suppose any of you lot can you?
No.
No? No, I didn't think so. Well, never mind, you keep watching this. And to all those people who videoed the show, and they're tuning in now on Saturday morning, never mind. OK, we're going to take some calls. First of all, before we do any more, let's talk to Simon in Grantham.
Hello,
Simon.
is that James?
Yes, Simon.
Look, you remember a few months ago you did a programme about the supernatural ghosts?
We did, you're absolutely right,
From
Simon,
that
we
night
did.
onwards, I've had a ghost in my house every Friday night when I come back from the pub.
Yeah.
I was wondering if you're going to do any more programmes about the supernatural.
We might do. Is that all you wanted?
Yeah, that's what it.
Oh, OK, right. The funny thing, of course, was, not that he was particularly funny, but Grantham. This young lady comes from Grantham, celebrating 10 years at the top at the moment. And a very good friend of hers here, this one, OK, see, bedmates. These are actually slippers. Look at that. Whoa! You won't see that anywhere else. We're going to give those away a little bit later on if you're very good. Neil from Manchester. Hello, Neil.
Hello.
Hi.
All right. I'd like to congratulate you on a good start to the show today, James.
Thank you, Neil. You weren't too offended by that, Neil, were you?
No, it was good.
Oh, good.
Enjoyed it.
Good.
Better than the last couple of weeks, anyway.
Thank you, Neil. Bog off now. Right, where are my calls? Bring me a few more calls. And I've lost my steak. Usually have a thing to put the spike on.
Jimmy! James! Look, go and play my video. Going to play it. It's really, really good. Go on, play it, please.
Weren't you at
please.
that club last night?
Well, I might have been about somewhere, but go and play that video. It's
Bog off!
brilliant. It's really good. Everyone wants to see it, don't you?
Do you want to...
Yeah. Oh, go on. Play it. Go on.
Oh, hang on just a moment. Let me put this in here. Right, OK, let's have a look.
Fish, roly poly fish, eat them up, yum. Fish, roly poly fish, eat them up, yum. Ooh, fish, that's so cool. They like to sleep all night.
I don't believe that's you. I don't.
Absolutely brilliant.
I don't.
Sing again. Ooh, fish head so cool.
Hey! Go and get some coffee now. Go on, go
What
and...
are you taking it? Arsenic?
Are you... Don't bother, don't bother. Don't bother. We did say the very lovely Melanie from Fishheads, I suppose, I forgot she was coming, can be Bimbo of the Week. Now, Bimbo off and get some coffee. Joanne... She'd probably end up in a soap opera when I think about it. Joanne from Coventry. Hello, Joanne.
Hello, James.
Hi.
I wondered if you'd like to swap jobs with Bernard Manning.
No, I don't think so, but thank you for the invitation anyway, Melanie.
Joanne?
No, Melanie, that's enough. Thank you very much indeed. Frank from Tamworth. Hello, Frank.
Hello there, Clive.
Hi.
I want to know if you're sponsored by a type...
Clive? Clive? You mean this, Clive? Very nice to see you. Very nice to be on the show. Very nice indeed. You mean that, Clive?
No.
Hillock. Right, what do you want?
Right. Are you sponsored by a Thai company, I'd like to know?
I'm not actually, but funnily enough, if there is a Thai company that would like to sponsor me, or a clothing company that would like to sponsor me, I don't care, one way, that's not, yes, it would be very nice indeed. You know, Bernard did a lot of this. I don't know whether I should do that, really. It would be very nice if they'll get in touch. You don't have one, Frank, by any chance, do you?
Yeah, you must be joking.
No, OK, well, you're no use to me then, are you? The calls keep coming in. Leeds, 46 1000. You can ring us and... let's have a couple more. Mark from Coventry. Hello, Mark.
Hello, James.
Yes, Mark.
I was going to ask you, what was your first sexual experience like?
My first sexual experience was,
hot. And have you had one?
Shut up a minute. Would you like to bring Grunt in? Does Grunt... We have a producer who's a manic depressive, actually, called Grunt. And that was him. Last week. His mother's watching in London at the moment, and Mrs. Grant, I don't know if that's your name, Mrs. Grant, but your son was with us last night, and he behaved very, very badly. Very badly. Joe from Hull. Hello,
James.
Joe. Yes.
It's me again.
It's Mark. Get rid of Mark. Let's have Joe from Hull. Hello, Joe.
James.
Yeah.
All right?
Yes, I'm fine.
Oh, good. Yeah, I've been trying to ring you for a few weeks now.
You got through?
Yeah, I've been trying to tell my mates that trying to get through to you, like.
Well, if you're going to waffle on much more, you won't be on very long. What do you want, Joe?
Is Bernard there?
Bernard? Bernard! 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 No, he's not here. I'm sorry, he's not here. No.
He should be on every week, James.
You like Bernard?
Yeah, brilliant.
Good.
Great
I'm wondering how many letters of disapproval we're going to get, but I thought it was very funny, I must tell you. Thank you. Sorry?
You do a fantastic double at you two.
Thank you very much indeed. This is just for you.
By the way, James,
Right.
any chance of a packet of condoms, James?
Yeah, why not?
Super.
For you. There you go.
Thank you.
Right, thank you, Joe. Now, I'll tell you what we're going to do. This is great. Whaley's Wailers returns this week with a piece that you are really going to enjoy. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Michael J. Knight, and I want you all to join in at home with this. It's called, and especially for my wife Melinda, who will be watching, and she has a thing about this, it's called I Pick My Nose.
Another two verses. Oh, I'm going. No. That's it. I'm not going to eat it.
Oh, pick my nose, pick my nose. Mungo Jerry, the guys on camera thought that was a little bastardization of Mungo Jerry and I Pick My Nose. Now, if you do anything like that, please send it to us. That is brilliant too. Whaley's Wailers, the address coming up here. Whaley's Wailers, care of Yorkshire Television, the Television Centre, Leeds, LS31JS, and we would like to dedicate that to Fellini, tonight's director, who has a beautiful nose, just right for picking. This is Jenny, and Jenny is a handwriting expert, a graphologist. Jenny Halfon,
Yes.
Welcome to the programme.
Thank you.
Now, how do you become one of these?
Well, you become one by studying.
Yeah.
In fact, it started off as a hobby, and then it became a profession because I found that I was sort of doing things with it, and I went into entertainment and one thing and another, and it gradually got more and more and more.
You're not sort of
and
a
I liked
spooky
it.
lady, are you?
Oh, no.
You don't sort of read... It's not like tea leaves or...
No,
You're
I
sure?
can't fortune tell. No, it's nothing to do with perception. I really learnt, and I had a wonderful and amazing professor.
Okay. Now, we get a few decent faxes. We have a few here, and if we have time, I'll ask you to analyse some of these faxes that people have written in. But we did send you some letters.
You did.
A few days ago.
Yeah.
And we're going to go into some of these now. And we've also phoned everybody up, and hopefully some of them will be on the phone to find out what you make of them. Let's go to letter number 1, which comes from...
Letter number 1 comes from Mark Jennings, but I must tell you something. I looked at this and I thought this writer is very young and he ought to be in bed, not up watching this programme.
Okay.
So,
what made you think that? You tell us.
Well, the type of writing, the style of writing is sort of very young, and also the spacing shows that he's unsettled and everything. And I thought of Peter Pan. Do you see what I'm like, a little Peter
okay,
Pan?
okay.
So he really shouldn't be up, and he really should be fast asleep, getting his beauty sleep.
Don't have him on the phone, so possibly
I'm glad to
he
hear it.
is. Remember, the James Whale Show is for adult viewing only and people who have a sense of humour. Let's go on to letter number 2.
Letter number 2
Let's
is
see that on the screen as well,
unbelievable.
Yeah, unbelievable.
Yes, this lady is larger than life.
Is she?
The writing is like bumper to bumper in rush hour traffic.
Yeah, yeah.
She has amazing erotic fantasies.
Really?
Yes, she's a very strong and tough lady.
Yeah.
Very fierce temper.
Yeah.
I mean, she can give plenty of clout.
Hang on just a minute. Could we get a shot? Is there a camera lurking around there? Could we get a shot of this lady for a moment and see who this lady actually is around here? Anything else? Come on, tell us. Go on, tell us some more.
She's preoccupied with thoughts on sex.
She likes to bonk, do you think?
Oh, yes, she
Yeah,
likes
she's
to
a
bonk.
bonker.
And, yeah,
She's a real
fond
bonker.
of her food. Loves her and her pleasure. She's
Yeah.
a pleasure lover.
She's around here at the moment, and if I can get somebody out there to take a shot of her, we will.
I'd love to see her,
Okay.
actually, because she's ever so interesting.
You think she's a bundle of fun?
I think she's a bundle of fun. Yeah, brilliant sense of humour. She
I'd
gets
like
10
to
out of
see
10
her.
for humour.
Well, we can't get her at the moment. We'll come back to her in a few moments. Let's see if we can actually go to another letter. Let's go to another letter. Who's this from?
Well, this is from Michael.
Yes.
And Michael, I believe, has had some trouble in earlier years. He's upset people.
Yeah.
And he's upset sort of people close to him.
Uh-huh.
Michael's very emotional, and he
Yes.
mustn't get carried away by his emotions. I mean, his decisions are made with his emotions, and he could go overboard with them.
Yeah.
And he can be a little bit aggressive and nasty when upset. And, of course, he's terribly sensitive. And because he's terribly sensitive, it comes out in rather, well, a sort of, sometimes comes out in an unpleasant manner. I mean, he has got charm, but as long as he's not upset, of course, his charm will come out. He needs, he can't be cooped up in small, tiny surroundings. He's got to be in very large areas, because otherwise he'd get claustrophobic.
Excuse me, just a minute. Come here, just come in here a little closer. Who told her that was my writing? Did you tell her that was my writing beforehand? Somebody told you, didn't they?
They didn't.
That was my writing.
Is that really
that
your
was
writing?
my writing?
That's never your writing.
That is my writing. That is my writing, and that's basically me.
Shall we talk about your sexual urges then?
If you want. Hey!
Well, can I please tell you, if it's your writing, you're
Yes.
immortal. You're a cat on hot tiles. You have 9 lives.
Yeah, go for it, go on.
Is this really your writing?
It is, yes.
Well,
No,
the
but you see,
right
I've ruined
slant's
it now.
brilliant. It's the power to communicate. Did
No,
you know
say,
that?
Of course you know, because I'm sitting here doing this. Now you know.
No, you can cut people
Yeah.
off unexpectedly.
Yeah.
Did you know that?
Could you say anything to my wife? Could you say anything to my wife to sort of make her realise what, it's not my fault. It's not my fault, is it?
I can't answer that, but I tell you, you're very idealistic. You expect the best from others, and you get very disappointed if they don't meet up to your expectations. Can I please tell you something? Sexually, you're sort of a bit restless, and, you know, you like plenty of variety.
It's not my fault. Could you, listen, number 1, get a shot of number 3 over here. Here's somebody who's adventurous. Hey?
You're adventurous.
Yeah, so's he. I could tell you what he got up to last night at Bernard's place, but I won't.
Can I please tell you you've got a skeleton in your cupboard?
Yeah, 1 or 2. Haven't we all?
Yes.
Get on with the next letter. Get on with the next letter. Next letter.
Well, this lady's
coming over
called
all queer.
This lady's called Susan Harrison. She has a very, very strong sex drive, extremely strong.
Yeah.
She tries to suppress it. She tries to stifle it. She tries to keep it within. So, in other words, she tries to avoid it, and she doesn't always succeed. Do you see what I mean? And she's got very earthy appetites, and she's a very clever and intelligent lady.
And what her writing there looks pretty normal. Can we flash that back up? Her writing there looks pretty normal.
Yes, it does.
Yeah.
But you see the lower zones, the Y's and the G's. Well, they go back to the left.
Yeah. I've always said that, Jenny, about the lower zones. I've always said that, yeah.
Well, the lower zones are the sexual zones, you see.
Yes, yes.
And that's what tells me that she tries to avoid some of her intimate responsibilities.
Hang on a minute. Susan?
Yeah.
You're on the phone, aren't you, Susan?
I am.
How are you doing? Okay?
All right, thank you.
Yeah, are you pretty...
I think she's fairly accurate. I don't know if she'd let that out.
But did she get you pretty well there?
Yes.
I'm embarrassed about this. I'm just upset this program's live.
It's a good job you can't see me.
Yeah.
Can I please say that she's musical? You're musical.
You tell her what you like.
I like listening to music.
Yes, but you love it. And also
I
you're
do.
technical. You have technical talent. In case you didn't know it, I'm just here to point it out.
Oh.
I like you. Do you know that? I like you. I'm beginning. I warmed
I
you.
like you too.
Good. Okay, that's lovely. That's
I'm
lovely.
glad we've done your handwriting. I was dying to do your handwriting.
Yeah. Talk
So
to
I'm
Susan.
really
Talk to
pleased.
Susan first. Talk to Susan.
Sorry, what did you say about my handwriting?
No, Susan, you're modest about your capabilities, and you're very nice, and you've got lovely sense of humour and everything.
Susan, have a nice weekend. You're a good girl. Let's move on. Let's go to letter number 5. Okay, who's number 5?
Well, letter number 5 is Chris Ballingall.
Yes.
Now, he was born in conflict, if you like, or he grew up in conflict, so memories are not all roses. It means that he's brilliant at sorting out and listening to the problems of other people, but he's not wonderful when it comes to his own.
Let's find out. Chris, is that right?
Actually, it is quite true, yeah.
Oh dear, it's embarrassing, isn't it? It's embarrassing. Yeah. Anything you want to know, Chris? What?
I'm going to make $1 million in a year's time.
Is he going to be wealthy? Is Chris going to make it? Or is it
Well,
gonna
you're a
take
very
while?
clever chap and a studious chap. You're on the market, and unconsciously you set your own standards.
Well, that's true to a certain
And
extent,
sexually you're on the market.
Are you on the market, Chris?
No, not that kind of market.
Well, we'll try and fix you up.
You're
with
wildly
Melanie.
erotic.
I was pleased to hear him.
Thank you very much indeed, Chris. Jenny, for the moment, thank you. We'll analyse a few faxes and some more letters a little bit later on, but right now we'll take that break.
Bow, 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 bow. James Whale. The James Whale Radio Show.
Very nice, very tasteful. The James Whale Show brings taste back to TV, thank you. I don't know where they get these toys from, but they're very nice indeed. Now, before we go any further, the end of the programme is a little serious this week. I want you to keep on until the end of the programme, and the end of the programme is a little bit away now. But because it wouldn't really go at the end of the programme, we're going to put the titles to the show now. And of course, we like to do things differently, so run titles. Here we go. Starring the immortal James Whale. And these are all the people and all the facilities. There we are, Radio Air. The music and jingles come from Music Force. Oh, I could look down here. Cameras, way! Sound! There we are. We've got all kinds. Look at all that. I didn't know so many people worked on this show. Vision Mixer, Brenda Wilson. Whoa! Chris Ryder saved my life. Now, Leslie Kirk, she was 50 this week. Graphics and Barbara. Chris Clayton, yes. Melanie Bentley, we couldn't do without Melanie, or Gordon or Louise, who answers the phone and phones people back. And Vernon Grunt, we saw earlier, and those are all the people. And Ian Bolt! Whoa! And Graham who? Anyway, sorry about this, Jenny. It must be very, very disturbing for you.
No, I'm enjoying it.
You are?
Yes,
That's
thoroughly.
lovely. That's lovely. Now, what shall we do first of all? Let's do some mail first of all, and we do need your letters for the show. We love your letters, and you see what happens to them, Jenny. I'm sure we might get her back in another programme and do some more. And some of the letters we're going to read out this week. Mike Herring from Mansfield says, the show is a welcome change. However, valuable time is wasted by showing pop videos. He says, could you play less? And I don't know what we can do, we'll see. I like that one by Robert Palmer was ace. Wasn't that good? That was excellent, yeah. Damon Brady from Belfast says, in the Sunday Sport, it said your producers had prevented you from having topless models on your show. I think that was very childish and immature of them. Yes, we reckon it was Vernon Grant's mother that did that, but never mind. Roy Crampton from Cleethorpes says, I'm surprised Sky TV haven't snapped you up. Well, we thought James had pinched most of our ideas, but never mind. And Jason Nolan from Plymouth said, I'm sorry, James, he says, but I have to record the programme most weeks as I'm out sleeping on Dartmoor. Oh, what a fantastic thing to do as part of my training for a 30-mile walk. Think of me as you read this. I'll be sitting on Dartmoor, freezing my... yeah, OK, right. What a silly thing to do. Fancy doing that. Anyway, we'll read some more letters, and everybody we read out gets a late-night entertainment packet if they're very lucky. And don't forget also to send in your video mail as well. And we've had quite... You know, we showed some video mail last week. We've had some this week as well, and I'll give you the addresses in a few moments. But first, look at some of the pillocks that watch this show.
Good evening, James, and welcome to Wales Video Mail. This video is brought to you courtesy of my researchers, which have painstakingly thought of plenty of topics to talk about tonight.
Looks like a young dirty den, doesn't he?
Hi, James.
Well, what a
Scruffy
team I've got.
devils.
Don't you think so, James? Come on, team. Let's get it right. Take 2.
Come on, get to the point.
Hello, James.
Hello, James.
Hello, Jim.
James is the name.
What do you want from me?
Alex.
Total professionals. Dedicated to the job. Actually, did you know I lend them to Margaret Thatcher and her advisors, Saatchi and Saatchi? But that aside, do you know what really gets up my nose? And I mean really gets up my nose? Comic relief and those red noses on those cars.
Yeah,
What does the British public think they're doing? Why not take them off? You've made your point, you've given to charity. What do they think it is? Some kind of car accessory? Do they think the value of the car is going to go up? Well, I think there should be a law brought in that anyone with a red nose on their car, as from today, gets a £24 fixed fine. Anyway, here's a clip of us watching you, James.
Yeah. Well, I was once on a fishing trip in North Wales near Bala.
Yes.
Near the Glades there.
Right.
And just sat by the
Pardon? It's not just Mark.
Suddenly,
What did
an
you say?
exquisitely lovely girl came out. She was totally nude.
Oh my God, I can't have any more of that. There. Oh, no. Thank you, John, that's too much. I mean, I'm trying to clean it up.
Here we go.
Don't blow your nose. Stand up for me.
There we are, that's the address. Send your video mail to me, James Whale. Radio show, Yorkshire Television, TV Centre, Leeds, LS31JS. What a dickhead that last bloke was. I didn't know they made them that big. I wonder who uses them. And that other lot, the name is James, not Jim, if you're going to refer to me like that. And fancy, you know, what a scruffy room. Get that tidied up. Disgusting. If you are there with a video camera, video something you're doing during the show and send it to us at that address. We would like that. Now, I showed you the address. A quick competition. I'll send you these bedmates, all right? Maggie and the other one, okay? And I'll tell you what, if you can write and tell me who lives next door to Margaret, then the first one out of the bag next week will get them, all right? The first person out of the bag next week who can tell me who lives next door to Margaret will get those. I could be on my way to an OBE here, couldn't I? Where are the calls? Oh, here are the calls. Simon from Grantham. Hello, Simon.
Hello, James.
Simon, what can we do for you?
This is Jigsy the lad. Talking about Margaret Thatcher in 10 years in Parliament.
Yes,
She
Simon.
has done nothing for this town.
They've done...
And they call it the most boringest town in England, and I wonder why.
Yeah? Probably because you live there, Simon. Now bog off. Come here, you. Listen.
I'll pick your nose.
Shut your mouth. Give me that. That's mine.
I wanted to say
That's
I'm having
mine.
a whale of a time.
Get over here. Stand
No.
over there. That's mine. That goes back on here. All right? God, she's pushy. Pull this up.
No,
Or pull it down. Do you like these? These are very nice. If you'd like one, send us a stamped addressed envelope. Here at the programme, we'll tell you how you can get one.
What, a Melanie?
Yeah. And a T-shirt as well. Actually, the Melanie comes free. You can buy the T-shirt.
With every James.
More calls. Right. Paddy from Oxford. Hello, Paddy.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Paddy. Right, OK. Andy from Derby. Andy? Brainy be dangerous. Let's go to Robert from South Wales. Hello, Robert.
Hello.
Hello, Robert.
Vagina.
What, Robert?
Jonathan Franks.
No, Robert, listen. Come back to the beginning, Robert. I know, obviously, being Welsh, you have a little problem. I got out of there as soon as I could. Now, come on, Robert. Tell me, what was it you wanted to say? Did you want to say something rude, Robert? Never mind. He couldn't manage to get it together in time. Jenny, let us go to some of these. You've got another letter there, haven't you?
I have, yes.
Yes. Which is this?
Well, this writer is called Melanie.
Yeah.
She's quite amazing.
Yes.
She's extremely unusual. It's extremely unusual writing.
Right.
Sexually, she's weird.
Yes.
She loves dressing up in unusual clobber.
Yes.
She's ceremonious.
Yeah.
She loves sort of rites and rituals, and she's into symbolism and stuff. And she likes contests and beauty parades and massage parlours and all that sort of thing. She's highly interested.
Really?
Yes.
She's her address. We'll get the address later. Melanie,
Yes.
I'm beginning to like you more and more. Do you know, the fact that you've been rushing around here, bumping into everybody all day and annoying us, it doesn't matter anymore. It doesn't matter anymore. Carry on, Jenny, carry on.
Is it different Melanie? I mean, is this...
No, it's not. It's the same Melanie.
Is it you?
That's very, very good.
I don't think so, no.
No, because it's amazing writing.
I'm going to have to stop you there. I'm sorry about this. I'm going to have to stop you for a moment because we're going into a special VT. I hope you'll come and join me again sometime and we'll do some more. It's been great.
Thank you.
This is the end. This is serious bit. This is the end of National Pet Week, all right? And over this week, people have been celebrating keeping pets and looking after them and everything else. But it really does piss me off the amount of dogs, and cats for that matter, that are strays, that are just abandoned and not wanted. And we're not really a nation of pet lovers. It seems to me we are more a nation of pet abusers. I think the best thing the RSPCA have done recently were those posters of the dead dogs piled up. Join me next week. Tom Robinson is supplying the music live on the programme, and we're looking at slot machine addiction.
Whaley goes to town.
I'm driving through a typical northern inner city estate that's falling apart a bit at the seams. And sadly, I think that some of the residents are as well, because whilst they seem to desire domestic pets, they don't seem to want the responsibility that goes with keeping them. We've seen them running in packs all over the place. We've seen them chained up, open to the elements. And of course, this causes great problems with not only the environment, but it's also a danger to some of the people living around here as well. And I wonder why people actually want animals in a situation where they obviously don't have the time to look after them. Right, well, after that, I thought I'd better come along to the RSPCA and find out what the real story is. David, how long have you worked for the RSPCA?
Over 15 years now.
I mean, can you actually, I don't know if we can get a shot of this, but when you come across animals who've been treated like this, how do you feel?
Well, you feel sick. It's very upsetting, but you've got to keep yourself under control so you can do the job and get the dog away and hopefully take action.
Do you know that less than 1,000 dogs were reclaimed from this RSPCA pound alone last year? These, hopefully, are some of the lucky ones. This dog has been mistreated and is the subject of a court case. It makes you think, doesn't it? Because people that you and I know are probably responsible for this sort of thing. The more I look into this, the more I'm beginning to dislike people. These are genuine stray dogs you can hear and see over here. These dogs still have time for their owners to come and find them. But when the 7 clear days runs out, then your guess is as good as mine. Some will find homes, some, tragically, will be put down. Right, this is going to prove quite distressing for a lot of people watching at home at the moment. David, first of all, I need to know, this is a bitch. It's a very sweet dog. It's been wagging its tail the whole time that we're here. Is there really no way that this can not be put down?
No, they can't really be saved. It risks infecting other dogs. The owner has had 8 days to claim it and they can't be bothered. And the poor thing has obviously been incubating distemper and it is now showing clear signs. And the most humane thing under the circumstances is to put it down.
You see, the terrible thing here is this dog is so trusting. It's all right, there we are. It really doesn't mind at all. It's quite happy. It doesn't understand at all. And I mean, I hope that basically this is going to make people who think about buying a dog as a pet for Christmas or any other time for a child will actually not do it. It's as quick as that. The dog is now dead.
Yeah, that's the unfortunate result of somebody who doesn't look after it properly. If they think carefully before taking on a dog, if they decide they can afford it, work out what sort of dog they can cope with, then buy one, but not before.
We'll go now, I think, shall we?